Hello, this is Brian Rezny, President of Rezny Wealth Management. I'm bringing you an important update about the economy and the investment markets. We're firmly into the second quarter of 2023. Things are off to a decent start. The economy continues to grow and expand. Whether it's slow, it's still expanding. A lot of the numbers that have come out in the last few weeks, whether it's on inflation front, whether it's on consumer sentiment, whether it's on consumer spending, business sentiment, so on, have actually, generally speaking, come in positive. If I look at the inflation front, which I've talked about for the last 12 months, we are clearly rolling over in a big way on inflation. I would not be shocked if by the third quarter of this year, the start of the third quarter of this year, let's say halfway through 2023, we're running at an inflation rate at 2% or less. The numbers are dropping that fast, so that's a net positive. I believe that the Fed is probably done raising interest rates, or they should certainly be, and I think there's a bigger possibility that the Fed will start reducing rates in the third or fourth quarter of this year if the economy slows too much, which we're starting to see the economy starting to roll over a little bit, which again helps with inflation. That's really the big mandate for the Fed. Now, there's a lot of talk about recessions and a stock market pullback. Folks, we have 10% pullbacks in all asset categories, not just the stock market, not just the bond market, real estate, gold, oil, every single year, every year. We've been in a rolling recession in different parts of the economy again this year. There's parts that have slowed down, there's parts that were more stable. There's parts that are picking back up, and other parts that aren't now slowing down that were already picked up. So we're in this kind of rolling recession. Do I see an imminent stock market collapse of 20 or 30%? I do not. Could that happen? There's always a possibility. But again, I'm not worried what's going to happen in the next 3 to 6 months. I'm more concerned that you have a good return on your portfolio, or the opportunity to, the next 3 to 5 years. And we're on that track. Remember, you're not going to be up 10 or 12% every year. There's going to be years you're down 10 or 12%, or you make 2%. But over the next 3 to 5 years, I firmly believe things are going to be good. If I look at the last 5 years, including last year, for most investors, things were quite good. But sometimes people are short-sighted. Maybe they listen to a little too much media, and they basically make rash decisions based upon emotion versus real research and logic. So again, the economy is doing okay. We're not looking for a major recession. We're looking for volatility. And yes, could things pull back 20%? There's that possibility. I don't see that happening though. But inflation is abating in a huge way, so we were correct on that. I firmly again believe that we will see lower rates by the end of the year than we do today, and we'll certainly see lower rates in the next 3 years, which would bode well for the overall U.S. economy. The rest of the world, parts of it are doing okay, and a lot of it is not doing well, but that's been kind of the story for decades now, especially within Europe and the more socialized countries within Europe. So again, we're going to invest in areas that we feel are most beneficial. They're going to have the best growth opportunities for income and growth or total return, and based on the given risk preference and scale for our various portfolios. As always, as a client of our firm, if you have any concerns or questions, please call the office. If we have to schedule a phone or in-office review, please call the office. Let's do so. I know my staff has reached out to all of you in the last quarter, but again, we want to make sure that you know we are there to answer your questions, and we're there to manage your money. Sometimes we make adjustments when necessary. There's other times what we own is good, but it's temporarily not working. Just remember that. Everything doesn't go up in a straight line. Sometimes it takes things to get started, but we're in good areas right now that we feel are appropriate given the economic backdrop. We're here always managing your money on a full-time basis, doing the research we need to do, and we will make adjustments, again, as necessary. Have a safe and profitable day.